Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be filming a makeup tutorial. I'm going to be showing you my entire face and how I achieved this look. It's a very natural, everyday, like light smoky eye. I used a Wet n Wild palette. I used 100% Drugstore on my face. I really like how the look turned out. Everything looks really nice and I like my highlight as well. Everything turned out amazingly. I really want to do a little bit of a series with this. I want to film a going out look, maybe like a date night look, different looks for 100% Drugstore products. And just let me know if there's anything that you guys specifically want me to do as far as a drugstore look. And hope you guys enjoy, and let's just get started. For an eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using this Maybelline one. It's the MasterPrime, the shimmering one. There's 3 different ones and this is the one that I have. As far as a face primer, we're going to be using the Nivea one. I'm going to grab a foundation brush. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques brush to apply it. Like very masculine sense when it comes to things. So I just love how this smells. It smells like a man. Okay. So we got this all over our face. And I definitely like to let this set and dry on my face before I apply the foundation. So that's why I like to apply this first and then go in with my foundation. So I'll do my eyes real quick. And then we'll do this. You guys, I always have this hair that just like sticks out. I don't know why this, like, it just wants to stick out like this, and this one will go behind my ear. This one never wants to, and it's always been like that. It bugs me. I try to hairspray it. Sometimes I'm tempted to just like cut it off, but I know that would look super weird. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing with my eyes. So for eyeshadow, we're going to be using the Wet n Wild palette. I think this came out with the Fergie collection. It's not that old. I still see it at Target, so you'll definitely be able to get this. And I think this is one of the best drugstore palettes. The pigmentation on this is just to die for. I'll show you guys a couple of them. You can see they're beautiful. They're super pigmented. Look at that black one. It's kind of like the middle one. Just to have something as a base in our eyeshadow. And I'm going to be using a couple of e.l.f. brushes to achieve the look, so we're going to keep it as 100% drugstore as I can. Like shader fluffy brush by e.l.f. I wish they had the names on them, but they don't, but this is what it looks like. It's like fluffy. Okay, so I just messily put that all over my lid and up into my crease, just like I have a transition shade. And then I'm going to go with the lightest cream shade right here. Okay, so I just put the cream color all over underneath my brow bone and just kind of like on the edges. Using this fluffy brush right here. This is from Elle, like Elle magazine. I got this from Kohl's. I believe it was like $8 or $9, and this brush is super fluffy and I really like it. It's one of my favorites. So we're going to be using this brown color right here. I'm just kind of pushing it into my crease and into the V right there, a little bit dragging it in. And we're going to use another brush that I love to blend everything in. We have both eyes done, and so far we've used this color here and this one here. And I'm going to use the actual brush that came with the palette. Is actually really good. And I'm going to be using this pinky shade right here. Gold color or bronze color. Okay, so first we did this pinky shade color, and then I layered it on top with this like goldy bronzy color. I love this color right here, but I like layering it with this one because it gives it more of a light shimmery shade. So as you can see, it's not as dark or as like yellowy bronze as it would have been, but I definitely like it on my lid mixed together. So let me zoom you guys back out and then we'll finish the rest of our face. And then now we're going to move on to our foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. And for concealer, to conceal all my blemishes that I have going on right now, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Smoothers Concealer. And this is one of my favorites. It's amazing. I've gone through like 5 or 6 of these. These are amazing. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics 122 brush. And I'm just going to go into the concealer and just pick it up on my brush and just go in where I have all the blemishes. There we go. And then for foundation, this hair is going to bug me the whole video. It's just taped. Next time I'm just going to tape it down. So for foundation, like I said, we're going to be using L'Oreal, and I'm just going to... Next, we're going to move on to concealing underneath our eyes. And my favorite concealer for that is the Circa Illuminating, I think that's what it's called, Magic Hour Illuminating Concealer. I love the brush tip on it. It is a little bit more expensive for drugstore concealers. I believe this was $14, but I definitely think it's worth it. The consistency of this concealer is a lot better than a lot of other concealers that I've tried. I definitely also love the Better Skin, I believe is what it's called, by Maybelline. But I think the consistency of this is better. And if you're using it to illuminate under your face and like to actually like use it all over your face, this one blends easier, 1, and 2, it doesn't set as quickly. So like if you're doing what I'm doing right now, like just putting it all over your face and then you're going to go in to blend it, it's not going to be set. With the Better Skin, you have to work like this. If not, you're stuck with the lines in your face. Okay, so now that it's blended in, before it starts to set and like crease and all that, you have to go in with the powder to bake underneath your eyes, and my favorite one is this one by Airspun. I have an obscene amount of powder in my eyes, and we're just gonna let it cook on there. Okay, so the powder's ready to come off, so we're going to use the Fluffy Brush by Real Techniques and this powder by Milani in the shade 03 Medium. It's called the Multitasker Face Powder. I don't know if they still sell this, I haven't seen it, but it's amazing. So what I like to do is just tap my brush into the powder and then tap off the excess, but make sure there's still some powder on there, and then that's what you use to sweep away the powder that you have underneath your eyes. I feel like if you use a brush that does not have powder on it, when you try to like sweep away the powder, it kind of drags and catches onto the powder. So I like to have the brush have some product or something on the brush so that it sweeps everything away easily. Okay, and then I'm going to dip my brush into the powder one more time and then just tap off the excess. And we're just going to tap it onto the rest of our faces. Okay, and I like to tap powder onto my face. I don't like to like go like this or like weird stuff on your face, because I feel like it moves your foundation. Even if it's completely set, it'll move your foundation. And there goes the hair again. So I like to tap it like this, just so that I know it's just not moving the foundation, it's not moving our concealer, it's not doing anything, just tap it on. I'm just going to do a little bit of a light contour on our face, and what I like to use for that is the NYC Sunny Bronzer. Almost done. I need to buy another one. And I'm going to use this like shader, or not shader, I'm going to use this like contour brush by BH Cosmetics. It's a 114 brush. And we're just going to go around the product, tap off the excess, and just lightly go underneath our cheekbones. I'm not trying to do a heavy contour, it's just a light contour just around my hairline. Whatever I have left, I'm not going to pick up any extra powder. Okay. And as far as highlight, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. highlighting palette. My e.l.f. stippling brush, small stippling brush. And I'm going to be going into this shade right here. You can see. Not as dramatic or as like pigmented as Anastasia highlight or like that glow kit, but it's definitely good. I like it. For drugstore, this is amazing. Definitely a more subtle glow. If you're used to like a drag queen glow like what I like, this is something that you get used to, but it definitely layers if you want it to be super pigmented. It's not horrible. See? You can layer it up and it'll be fine. I have the highlight. I will say one thing that I have to tell you guys is this, I don't know if you guys can see, but it kicks up so much powder. Like if you just dip your brush like a little bit into it, it's like powder city. So just be conscious of that when you buy it. It's not going to be smooth like the Glow K or like a Too Faced Candle Glow highlight, but it's definitely not bad for the price. I think it was $6. It's definitely worth it. So to blend everything out, I like to go back with my brush and just go over everything just to make sure there's no harsh lines. You don't have 2 stripes on your face or anything. Just go over everything. And then I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows real quick, and I'm gonna do that off camera because I need to be all close and personal. But for that, I'm gonna use my Brow Stylist by L'Oreal. I really like this one. It's in the color dark or medium to dark. I'm gonna use this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I applied my mascara and filled in my eyebrows. For mascara, I like to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is one of my favorites right now. And then for my brows, like I said, I use the Brow Stylist. And now I'm just gonna finish off and do my lips, and I'm gonna be using this Maybelline lipstick in Touch of Spice. It's a matte lip color. I have used so much of this lipstick. It's amazing. It's a really great everyday shade. As you can see, it's very subtle. Okay, so I really love this lip color. It looks very natural. It's very everyday wearable type of shade. I love how the look turned out. It's very everyday, easy, simple look. I definitely wanted to start out with something more simple. I really want to do kind of like a series with all drugstore products. I want to do a very dramatic look with it as well. Maybe like a date night look or like a going out look. I want to do at least a few videos in a completely drugstore setting. So I'm really excited about doing that, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! I like that highlight. Are you guys ever tempted to just walk like this? Just so the light hits your head? I feel like you look like a bobblehead.